Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope all is well. Hope everyone's doing all right. All right. Looks like everybody is connected. If you can hear me okay, give me a thumbs up. You can hear me okay. Or at least unmute, say hey or something. I just want to make sure you can hear me. I got these earphones in. I want to make sure uh, you guys can hear me. Oh, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So evidently we have everybody that's gonna tune in on today. Once again, for those who may not know, I said once again, for those who may not know, my name is Vince Tucker. I am your instructor for these 8 weeks. I'm glad to have you part of the course. And so um I sent out a whole bunch of emails at the earlier part of this semester, and they are archived right here in your Canvas announcement. So we go to Canvas. All right, go in and you go to your Canvas announcements. They are there. And so anything I ever send to the class will always be here in our Canvas announcements archive. I also email them out as well, but I believe when you send them in Canvas, they automatically send out the email as well. So you get like double information a lot of times. But the first email is just the course description, so letting you know this is an online course and when it starts and all the good stuff like that. Um, yeah, that was the start time. Well, the next one was Math Lab. The next major one was Math Lab. I'll talk about Math Lab Access, in which everything we do is going to be done through Math Lab. All of our homework, all of our assignments, all of our tests, everything we do, a final exam, everything we do will be done through Math Lab. This is the course ID that helps you or allows you to set up for the course. And then you have to purchase the access code. Now, just like purchasing your textbook, I'm not asking or requiring you to purchase a physical textbook, but you do have to purchase access to Math Lab. And within Math Lab, you get the e-text. So either way, you have access to the textbook. Oh, somebody coming in. And so you're going to use that course ID, and that gives you access to the course. And then, like I said, you need the 16-digit access code. Now you can purchase that through TCC's bookstore, or you can purchase it through Math Lab itself, Pearson itself. And if you're not ready to purchase, you can also use the 14-day free pass. Now, the way the 14-day let me get it out, 14-day free pass work is that you sign up for it and the 14 days start then once you sign up. And then after the 14 days, if you aren't ready to pay, what it'll do is it'll lock you out. You will not lose your progress up to that point, but you will lose access. Then once you pay for it, you'll get your access back. And it'll let you start where you left off. I will always be able to see what you've done up to that point, but you wouldn't until you pay for that access. All right. Next email after access, it's just Math Lab specifics. Basically, just letting you know what it is we will use Math Lab for. The first thing of note is just make sure we see here Math Lab does not work well with Safari. So if you have an Apple product, you would need to download okay, good. You will need to download Chrome or Firefox. It works better with that. I always use Chrome. I don't have any problem. When it comes to Safari, it sometimes works, sometimes it don't. Sometimes you can log in and open up one homework and then you wouldn't be able to open up the other. It just does not work well with Safari. So doesn't mean it won't work sometimes. It just doesn't work well. So the best thing to do is just use Chrome or Firefox, and both of those are free. You download them and use those as your internet browser for MATLAB. All right. So you cannot pass the class without access to Math Lab. All of your assignments, everything we do is going to be done through Math Lab. Okay, so there's no way to pass the class without that. I keep getting all these in whatever they call it, notification. There we go. Anyway, so like I said, all your tests and everything will be done through Math Lab. Our final exam will be done through Math Lab. You'll get instructions when we get closer and closer to final exam time, in which we're going to do it through Zoom. You have to enable your camera. You have to make sure your camera works. Enable your camera and then show your ID. And I got a whole process, but we'll get that as we get closer to it. Attendance and will always be recorded or solidified by your participation in Math Lab. We don't meet regularly, so that's my way of being able to say, hey, this person's active, this person's still involved with the class, and this person is still good to go. So if you're having any issues with attendance or anything in Math Lab, make sure you communicate that so I can do whatever I can to help you out. Now, when it comes to homework, your homework, you have unlimited amount of tries to get the best grade possible with your homework. Now, with unlimited amount of tries, there's no such thing as unlimited amount of problems. So really, you can keep clicking on it until you get a problem back, which you have the answer for, and easily get 100 on your homework. So hopefully you wouldn't do that because, of course, you want to use the homework to practice and get the best experience possible so you can be ready for your test, because your tests aren't set up the same way the homeworks are when it comes to attempts. So we'll talk about that in a second. So when it comes to your homework, 75 to 84.9 is going to be at least a 90 in my book. Will be a 90 in my book. And then 85 to 100 will be 100% in my book. So I want to strive for at least 85, and I'll give you 100%. But notice I didn't mention anything less than a 75 because you have unlimited amount of tries. And like I said, if you keep clicking on stuff, eventually you'll get a problem that you already saw, which you already had an answer to, because MathLab will give you the answer to something you got wrong. So you should at least look for a 75. And if you have any problems with anything, of course, that's what my office hours are for. And that's what email is for, connect with me and I'll do whatever I can to help you out. Test reviews, every test has a test review. They are not mandatory, but if you score 85 or better, then I will add 5 points to that respective test. They're set up just like homework, so you get unlimited amount of tries on a test review, and they're very similar to the test review, to the actual test. So I would always suggest that even if you don't want to do the test review, at least go in there and take a look at it and see what type of problems you will be exposed to when it comes to your test, and you will be better prepared for the test. Your actual test, you get 2 attempts to get the best grade possible. And you can do those without proctoring. Because this is a short session, you only have 8 weeks. The only proctored test that you guys will have is your final exam. So all of your other tests are going to be posted. You should be able to see them. Are posted in MathLab already. All of your homeworks and all of your tests are already posted. Everything is posted in MathLab already. Only thing you will not see is your final exam, because of course there's no reason for you to see the final exam right now. But when we get closer to it, you'll see it and see everything. I think the final exam review though is up there. If you want to really go take a look at the final exam review, but everything else is posted. And then the scratch work, that's just something general I say to all of my classes. This class, I don't believe have much scratch work. So you really don't have to worry about that statement. But my other classes, like my calculus, pre-calculus, they really have scratch work. And so that's just a general statement I put under in each class. All right. Any questions before I keep going? Make sure we're all right. Let's see. All right. The next email, pre-recorded lectures. See somebody in the chat. Yep, I'm gonna talk about due dates when I open up MathLab in a second. So yeah. So previously recorded lectures. These are just all the lectures of all the sections that we talk about. And I go, 8 and in chapter 10. Yeah, no problem. So, and of course, if you have any questions about anything as far as, assignments, problems, when you don't understand something, always feel free, like I said, either email me or attend office hours. Or if you can't make any office hours, always feel free to shoot me that email to see if there's a time that we can schedule that both of our schedules meet up or match up so that we can meet up. So, yep. But those are all the, lectures. Same guys, same notes I would do in person. Those lectures are there. Then, of course, these are the office hours that are in place. It would benefit me, and you, that if you're going to log on, shoot me that quick email, say, hey, I'm going to be logging on tomorrow at such and such time. If not, the plan is to be there, but if I step out or something like that, because I've been sitting there for an hour and nobody showed up, I might step out or might go to the restroom, anything. Like I said, give me a heads up, then I know I'll be waiting for you, that type of thing. Or, you're going to be there at 11, on a Friday versus at 9:30, because the office hours on Friday is from 9:30 to 12:30. See, if you're not coming at 9:30 and I'm sitting there for 2 hours, I might, walk off in the house, go do something, or in my office, go do something. So, it would be good if you send me that heads up that you're going to come at a certain time, and I have to make sure I'm there for you. Let's see. And so that's it for our emails. Before I go into MathLab and just touch on that, any questions on these emails that were sent? All right. So going into MathLab, what you guys will do, I know a lot of people, let me go send out text. I gotta answer this right now. All right, cool. Thanks. Sorry about that. But yeah, you guys will hit register as a student. If you haven't registered, I know most of you have already registered. And I appreciate that. Glad you guys are in there, got in there, and stuff like that. And then you would type in that code, whatever that code was. I know it's Tucker something. Let's just throwing me anything. Oh, that was not. Let me see. Anyway, you'll put that code in there. And then it will give you access to the shell, and then you'll go ahead and put in your information to register for the course. And then what's going to happen, you'll get those three options. You can either put in the code that you've already purchased from an outside source. You can purchase access through Pearson right there, or click on the link for the 14-day free pass. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the shell. All right, so 2:45. But like majority of you guys already seen it. I might be just be talking. Just to be talking. So your assignments are right here. You see the syllabus and everything. It's right there. But your assignments are right here. Now in SIS, I believe our due date is December 8th. It should be December 8th. That's what I had in here. But yeah, so the way I do this, since we only have 8 weeks, it's just it's just open for you guys to get everything done by December 8th. Of course, you don't want to wait until December 7th to get started. So yeah, you want to get in there and get it started as soon as possible. All of your assignments in. I'm trying to think. Don't worry about chapter 1 and chapter 2 definitions, because like I said, we only have 8 weeks. I just really want you guys to get into math lab and do your math lab assignments. So you see how the flow is: chapter 1, chapter 2, then chapter 1, chapter 2 test. Now there's no test review for that because all of those based on definitions and graphs. So they're really, to have a test review, really are just giving you the answer. So I try not to make it like that, but all the rest of the tests do have a test review. See 3 and 4 test review and then test. And I'm going to remove that midterm. I didn't mean to put that up there. You guys are not going to have a midterm. Like I said, you only have 8 weeks. So I don't want to, add more stuff for unnecessarily. So I'm going to remove that midterm review. But then you got chapter 5, chapter 6, test review tests, and 7, 8 test review test, and then chapter 9's homework, and I'm going to send an email out about it. I didn't do that in lecture because it really just funnels what's the ancestors up for chapter 10. So really, it's just chapter 10. It's 8, and then chapter 10, and then your final exam. But I'm gonna clean that up. Like I said, I have some stuff posted in there that's set up for a 16-week, like that midterm review that I need to take out and stuff like that. But you see the flow of the class. And like I said, the due date is December 8th for everything. And yeah, so it's really on you guys now to pace yourself out and start knocking this stuff out as soon as possible. Questions. Now that the last week of class, so you're talking about the week of the December 8th. December 8th is a Friday. So you're talking about, where is it? January. The 4th through the 8th. That's going to be final exam week. 4th through the 8th will be final exam week. And what's going to happen is I'm going to give you multiple days to choose from to log into Zoom and take your final exam. So you have about 5 options that you can choose from. All right. Let's see. Questions. Are you okay? Sorry about that. I got multiple people pulling on me. All right, so let's go ahead and just give you an idea of how MathLab works. Like I said, it looks like um, most of you are already in there. I'm trying to find one that, yeah, this is good. All right, so here is an assignment. Let me see if I said something. Is there another online calculator you recommend? The one recorded lectures were not open for me. Which one, you talking about in the recorded lectures? That you said wouldn't open for you, because I can check it right now. So while getting that for me, this is just an example of a homework assignment. So, if you type in an answer, I'm just typing in anything, check the answer. What it does is it gives you, a hint as, how you get the answer correct and everything like that. Do it again. And then those will give you 3 chances to get the answer correct. And once you get that final one, notice, like I said, it gives you the answer, So from there, what you can do is, we had more than one problem. Here. All right, so now you can hit similar question right here or hit next question. If you don't do it right then, you can hit it, it'll be right here at the bottom. And so what it is, hit similar question, it'll reset the problem. Give you different numbers, but it's the same process and everything. And so similar question, that means that goes back to what I was saying about your homework. You have unlimited amount of tries to get the best grade possible. So you can always hit similar question on these problems. Now, down here, your help tools. Help me solve this is what most people do not click on, because if you do help me solve this, it's going to automatically count it wrong. You see out here is wrong because I just went through the process. If you help me solve this, it's going to automatically count it wrong because it just helped you solve it. And then from there, once you do the answer correct, it will replace that red X with a green check. Yeah, this is my way. So this right here, if you go to the list, notice there's a red X there as well. Like I said, once you get it correct, it'll replace it with a green check. Notice this problem had 2 different answers that it wanted from you. Let's say you get one right, one wrong, it'll give you a green check / red X until you get the whole thing right, or you just leave it like that, and that's what you have. So now what most people like to do is do view an example where it opens up a window that's very similar to the problem, and you can walk through the steps. And then some people even print it out and then just look at it while they're doing the problem. However you want to do it, I left the print option there for you, so I don't mind whatever way you want to make it happen. But that's view an example, and then get more help. Sometimes they have an extra video by a Pearson instructor walking through the problem. Sometimes there's an animation video, just another video walking through how you would do it. If you click on textbook, it'll take you to the textbook where this type of problem is actually discussed. StatCrunch is Pearson's version of Excel. So that can calculate anything that they have going on here. So this is a calculator option. Or somebody mentioned calculator option. StatCrunch, you can learn how to use StatCrunch. And then Tech Help is to send an email or message to the Pearson's tech support. Ask My Instructor will send an email to me. Normally I get them. Every now and then the interface don't work right, and sometimes I don't get them because I have students say that did you get such and such. If by some chance you email me through Ask My Instructor and I do not respond, just know that my purpose here is not to not respond. So always feel free to email me again or just check in on the question, and I'll make sure that you get your question answered. All right. So before I go to the chat, questions on anything I've said about Math Lab? Everybody good? Everybody straight? All right. Easycalculation.com. Yeah. So anybody have any questions about this before I go to Easy Calculation? Because I want to make sure that thing is straight, because if it's not straight, then I would suggest other ways. But once again, StatCrunch works well. I just don't make it mandatory that you learn how to use StatCrunch, but StatCrunch is one that works as well. Let's go here. So easy. Right, let's see if it works for us. Oh, they must be going on. He's got not sending in the response. Oh, the website must be down. How long have you been trying it that you weren't getting a response? You can type your answer in the chat. Let me see. Maybe 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Because I've been because I know it worked earlier part of the semester when I showed my in-person class. We walked through with easycalculation.com. Okay. So the move to make may be StatCrunch, or let's see, let's do this standard deviation. There was a few other ones. I just haven't used the other ones in a while because easy calculation worked well. Here we have standard deviation calculator, calculator suit, and data set. So here's one right here. Calculator suit. It just depends on what you're trying to calculate. So, but there are a whole bunch of free things out there. You know, it's free because that's why they got all these ads and stuff on the side. But and I don't mind you using anything else as long as it's giving you the right answers and it's reliable. So, you know, you would test its reliability, of course, and its legitimacy through doing your homeworks, you know, and making sure you get the answers to your homeworks. Because there are apps out there as well that are free that you can take advantage of. Now I've been used. There's nine. I can't think of the name of it, but there are a couple apps out there as well. But yeah, standard deviation calculator. Calculator.net is a good one. Calculator.net. It comes from some other things that I use as well. But yeah. So hopefully that was good. Try some other ones out. If you need any other suggestions, let me know. But calculator.net, like I said, is a good one on calculating some things. So, but when you get to and I think you were asking because of standard deviation, but if you're looking at your I think of the name, your correlation coefficient and your not reference line, regression line. You can't find anything, let me know, and we can also look into using StatCrunch as well. So, all right. So I think I covered everything for the most part, as far as you guys getting started and everything like that. So let's say something in the chat. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. So, questions, concerns, comments, anything, anybody? I don't want to hold you too long. I think we got everything in. And always pay attention to your emails because I will be emailing you guys, whether it be just to check in or to let you know about some class happenings that are coming up. All right. Everybody good, everybody straight? All right. So if you guys are good, I'm good. I'm gonna, of course, this is being recorded, so I'm also gonna, convert it to a YouTube link and send it out to everybody just in case you guys want to review it again, or they, those who couldn't tune in wanted to see it as well. All right. So you guys have a good one. Be safe, and I look forward to these 8 weeks. Hope it's a good one for you guys as well. All right. Take care. And